Hello, Divine Masculine. How are you all doing? This is the eclipse reading for the Divine Masculine for this week. Yeah, transformation. Huge things are going to happen. Huge things. My name is Jackie and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in a Divine Masculine reading in your journey to ascension, you can find my email in the description box below. If there is anything that you need as a healing or a reading for yourself to see how you can elevate through these energies, let me know. Next week I have time for readings. Next week I'm in the Netherlands. So if you're living in the Netherlands and you need a reading, just let me know. Okay. Okay. What's in the Divine Masculine's mind space? Victory and success. A new victory, new beginnings, leap of faith, trust, and you will be victorious. Don't stagnate, don't get into fear. It's when you're on the edge of something old and new, there's always an element of fear in there. And the sun says, you know, the light will guide you. Even if you take the leap of faith, you probably will be you will be held by Mother Earth. You will be held by anything. So the victory of success, it could be that it is on business. It could be that it is in a love connection. Could be on very occasional things. So if you put your mind to something and you take that leap of faith, then you will be successful. And it's about trust. Total trust in the divine and total trust in yourself and total trust in what's coming ahead. Because it's the sun is always abundance, is always creation. And it can be that you are going into a new beginning, in a new situation, in a new environment. Could be leaving the fear behind, leaving the mind and the control, let it go and let it loose. So you can be in the now and you can be holding yourself and holding space for yourself. And, you know, you can look down and see, okay, I climbed all the way up here. So this is for me the perfect time to let everybody know, to let everybody hear what I need to say and what the victory is about. Okay? It's about leaving the fear behind and stepping in your own strength and your own truth to be victorious. Believe in yourself. New beginnings. Okay. Let's see. Jumpers, yeah. New beginnings in the heart space of the Divine Masculine. He closed the door and stepped into a new world. starting all over again. And it could be that he leaves behind what no longer serves him, and just, you know, wandering in that new world without any expectations, without any guidance, and just being in the now, and let everything being shown by the divine and by the trust, the inner trust that everything will be okay. It could also be, you know, you're ready to travel, you're ready to take a next step. You know, it could be that you close the whole cycle. You know, there was a whole cycle you walked, and it could be that it was a hard cycle, and with ups and downs and ups and downs, and now you close, that cycle is closed, and you start a new one. You're starting a new chapter in your life, and that chapter is, you know, stepping into that world, stepping into that unknown, and having faith that everything will be okay. You know, and it could be that you're closing the door of a relationship, stepping into a new relationship, or saying, okay, I'm closing the door, I'm done with all these relationships, I'm going on my own, I'm going to travel, I'm going into the world, and I'm taking care, and see what the world has to offer me. Okay, that's also, but that's what's in his heart space. You know, just with almost nothing, and just step in there, and explore what is going on in his life. So let's see how does he sees the divine feminine. How does he sees the divine feminine? What impression does she makes on him? How does he view her? Hope. He sees her that she has hope, that she is shining her light, that there is always a guiding light, and that she's hopeful with everything around her, hopeful of that things will get better. You know, she shines her light, and she is, it could be that it has to do with this, with the global thing, what's going on at the moment, and that she still has hope for the future, still believes in the light, still believes in good outcomes, and he hopes, maybe he hopes that she's open to receive him, you know. So he probably sees her, you know, do I make a chance, or is there hope for me, or is there you know, still a light burning in your heart for me? You know, all these questions are going through his mind, and he sees that she is doing really well, and that she's standing in her element. Maybe you can see it here in the center. She is in the center of the light, and she let herself be filled with that light and guided by that light, and that gives her hope. And he's seeing that, and he is reaching out to her, you know, with his hands. You know, I hope you can accept my light. Can you see my light? Can you accept me if I'm changed? You know, how I change. Can you accept me? So there's the hope of the divine masculine towards the divine feminine. So it has two outcomes, two meanings, and let's see what his higher self is saying towards him. his higher self is saying the truth. You know the truth. You know the balance. You know what's in your heart space. And you need to find the balance. It could be there's an open door right in front of him to the universe. And he knows that behind, when he goes and look through it, that is the truth. That the truth isn't what he gets presented right in front of him. And he wants to get both in balance. The logical thing, but also, you know, the things that you can't see in the etheric world. Okay. He's protecting himself. And he knows the truth in his heart. And his higher self say, you know, you have to see the truth about what is behind all of this. There needs to be balance within, between the darkness and the light. And surround, you know, protect yourself in these times, especially in the eclipse time. So he is seeing everything with his own truth. He has his own truth. He sees the truth of the divine feminine. He sees his own truth. And his higher self saying, you know, that's only what matters. And what matters is the truth in your heart. So follow the truth of your heart. It's okay to follow, you know, the balance between the ego mind or the mind space and the emotional space. Needs to be in balance. And then, you know, you find the truth within your heart space. And if you don't speak out of your heart and you don't speak what your heart is feeling, it could be that you're stalling yourself, or that you get the runaround from your mind, not be able to make a right decision. Okay. I hear the truth needs to be told. Okay. That's what his higher self says. Okay. What does the higher self say about the divine feminine? That there are memories of love. The memories of love. Sorry. I have a little bit of a throat issue now because of the eclipse. Ascension symptoms. And I hear a lot of other people feel that also. It's not really a big thing, but memories of love. He shares the light, he shares the love, and he shares the memories he has from his divine feminine, or he shares the memories with divine feminine. And give it a prayer. That's really beautiful, because every little light and every memory that he is releasing is as a prayer, is as a wish that he is releasing. So yeah, it's really beautiful. So that's what his higher self says about his divine feminine, that you both share these memories. Okay. Well, how does he see the relationship with the Divine Feminine? Oh, that was a quick one. Positive movement forward. So it could be that, you know, there's that he lets himself guiding by the wind, you know, stepping in that boat and say, okay, let's see what where we're heading, where the wind takes us, where the journey leads us. I have no expectations. I don't know where to go. I don't know where we are going, but we're going somewhere. And he says, I just want to go to the horizon and see what's behind that horizon. You know, it's a feeling of freedom. It's a feeling of, you know, being able to let everything flow. It could be that your Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine is overseas, or is in a space of in another country or in another state. So that is yeah, a positive movement forward. Could be that there was a disruption in the relationship and that they said, okay, now we need to change things. We need to some things needs to dissolve, and we need to resolve. And they say, okay, let's make that movement and let's make a positive way forward. Okay. So what is his uncomfortability? What is his uncomfortability? If there are any blocks that's preventing, you know, the relationship to move forward. Destiny. He knows it's his destiny. He knows in his heart space that the Divine Feminine is his destiny and his how do you call it? Destination. Okay, his final destination. And that's in his heart space. He knows this, and he's going with the emotions. He's feeling in his heart space, and he says yes. And he feels uncomfortable with the feeling that they're destined. It could be that he's saying no, or resistance on it. You know, no, that can't be true. You know, it can't be happening. There are no things that can make it work. All the fears are coming up, but in his heart space he knows that it's destined, and that's a block. It could be that a block for him, probably for a relationship where he's already in, or that he is working, he wants to work through to that destination, and that he's destined with her, but he is resisting it. He can't believe it, or he doesn't want to believe it, because it means that, you know, whatever road he is walking, that he has to close the door and start a new one, because in his heart he knows it's destined. And that's his yeah, that's his block, you know, that is destiny. It's And that's the fear, and the fear is coming from the mind. So they say, you know, if you feel it in your heart space that is meant to be, then speak your truth, you know, because you have the hope and you want this new beginning and you want to have this victory and success, you know, then take action and tell that truth. Tell what's in your heart that is destined, okay? And where it's going, that's it's leave it up in whatever it will be and what will happen, okay? So what is he going to do about that feeling, block, or what he's going to do about that? It's interesting. It could be that he is making all kinds of I hear escape routes. You try to make escape routes. That's what I hear. Okay, what is he going to? Yeah, sacrifice. What is he going to do about it? And he sacrificed enough. He was in the dark space for a long time and he was drowning. And it's time for him to get out and to live again, to be in this bright space, in this bright light, and not letting himself drown, you know. It could be that it could be that that there is fear that he gets in this space again, you know, of sacrificing himself, of going back in a space that he really don't want to. You know, he's now in this lighter space, in this lighter environment. He wants to have joy, he wants to have fun, and he is moving out of that dark, could be emotions from the past that held him stuck for a while. And now he says, okay, I'm going out and I'm feeling better, and I'm working on myself, and all these flowers are around me and the rainbows are coming out and I see the sun shining again, and you know, I'm having fun, I'm having joy, and I love my life, and I don't want to sacrifice anymore. So it's that is what the fear is, that you know, but he knows in his heart space is destined. They're destined to be together. But yeah, it's the fear that is this, yeah, of the fear of I don't want to sacrifice anymore. I don't want to sacrifice my love. I don't want to sacrifice my possessions. I don't want to share. I don't want to I want to be building now, instead of, you know, giving away. Because I think the divine masculine is being taken advantage of for a long time, and putting his energy in situations and in relations that didn't bring him anything, and or brought him maybe love that he believed in that wasn't love, and it was just a sacrifice, or he is being sacrificed. That's also possible. Okay, so what is his higher self saying? about this union. Fertility, abundance, creation, from the head space to the heart space. Working together with both of them, connecting with the fertility and the prosperity of Mother Earth. You know, everything is abundance, everything is what's coming from the heart space. You will create what is necessary. And this relationship is fertile, I hear. It's preparing for more. There is no it's not pulling him back. It's not, you know, it's open. It's okay. It's open to many roads. It's open to receive and to give. It's a circle of life. There's no pride in this relationship. There is no ego based in this. There's logical thinking, and they're thinking very logical. And it has a chance, this relationship, to work out. Okay. So what combines them together? I see only positive cards, you know. And I hear also they're very rooted. They're both very rooted. So their energies are very grounded, you know. What combines them both? It's their heart. In their heart, they know, they follow their hearts. They're going from the heart space. The heart space is open. Open for other people, open for themselves, open for each other. And they operate from the heart space. They feel in their heart and they say, okay, yes, this feels good. And then the logic is coming in and being grounded in this whole process. So their heart is still open. The heart is still connected with each other. Doesn't matter if they're not seeing each other, or if there is a huge time gap, or it could be that they're living in different states. One is on the north side and the other on the south side, or the east or the west side. But and there's a time change, but they're still able, or living on another side of the country or the world. They're still able to connect with each other, because it's already from the heart, and the heart is connecting with each other. So it could also be that they have a lot of telepathy energy with themselves. It's also one person is feeling this, and when they connect, the other person already says, okay, you know, I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that, and they are resonating in the same energy. So, and that could be very scary, you know, if you find out that you're in synchronicity with each other, and that the lines of the heart are still connected, so you feel somebody else's energy. And that sometimes that could be very, very interesting and very fun, but it can also be very heavy. So you this is a connection, and that you can't cut. You know, you can cut the cords, and you need to cut the cords every time when you interacting with people. But you know, this is a connection of a higher frequency, a higher level. So the divine feminine and the divine masculine are almost are one, you know. The divine feminine within the masculine knows exactly what the divine feminine feels, and the divine masculine in the divine feminine feels exactly what the divine masculine feels. So they are one in every connection they make. And yeah, so the heart space and coming from the heart, that's what they both combined. Okay, and let's see what the card says about coming into union. Wow, I have two cards here. Material and universal prosperity and the universe. Well, the universe is just bringing them together. He is looking to the sun. He is looking forward, looking for if she's arriving. It could be that it took him a long time to wait before she came into his life, and the universe made it possible for both of them. You know, it wasn't anything about them. It was the universe that puts each other on the path, you know, and they had nothing to do with it. It was just fated. Okay, so this is how it works with the divine masculine and feminine. And they both believe in the bigger picture. They both believe in the universe. And yeah, it's waiting time. Okay, so that will bring them back in union. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm very grateful for all your stories. Let me know your story. Let me know your journey, how it's going with your journey. If there's any assistance you need, let me know. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.